Hey besties, it's Jane Alexia. I hope you missed me because I definitely missed you. Now today's video is a little special because we're going to be recapping a video that I did 2 years ago where I tried to help the girls dress based off of their body type based on the fruit label. Yeah, you know, apples, pears, bananas, kiwis alike. And I'm here to publicly say to you that I'm sorry. That I've grown, I've healed, I've taken the time to look in the mirror and look at you all, and I know now more than ever, you don't belong in the produce section, baby. You're not a snack. You're a whole meal. And the only time that you deserve to be considered edible is when you are being eaten from the back. You heard me? From the back. So today, what I really want you to understand is that it's not about dressing based off of what Pinterest told you. Because you're not a fruit. Your body is not a metaphor. It's your body. So yeah, the girl from 2 years ago meant well, but this version of me, this version of you, we know better. This 2025 version of you and moving on, it's not about hiding your body. It's about learning it, understanding your proportions, understanding your torso, your legs, your bust, and your shoulders. The real things that change how clothes fit. Now, if you're new here, you're probably like, what does this girl mean by the fruit labels? Let me break it down real quick. Back in the day, I'm talking ancient day, early 2000s, people decided that women's bodies should be sorted into produce categories. Let me help you visualize it. If you had smaller shoulders, bigger hips, you were considered a pear. Think Jane Ayoko, Shakira, even Jill Scott. Small up top, larger on the bottom. Now, if you had a fuller top half and slimmer legs, you were an apple. That's Zendaya, Raven Simone, even Amy Schumer. They carry more in the tummy or their bust. Now, if you're curvy all around like an hourglass, we're talking Karuchi, Salma Hayek, and Beyonce. No curves, just a rectangle, Kristen Stewart, Willow Smith, even America Ferrera. Now you have strong shoulders and an inverted triangle. That's Camila Mendez, Sierra, and Wendy Williams. Now I know what some of you all are thinking. Why am I showing these awful outfits? I know, we've all seen these people look better. But that's exactly why I showed you these pictures. I want to shock the shit out of you and get you out of this fruit-shaped hypnosis. I need you to understand, if the fit's off, it's off. Even the baddest celebrities in the game can look busted if they dress outside of what actually works for their proportions. This ain't about being pretty, and this ain't about being famous. This is about understanding your body. So yes, we're officially dropping the fuck out of the fruit-shaped mindset. The fruit chart system has us thinking that our bodies are the problems that need to be fixed instead of forms that we need to understand. If you're a pear, avoid this. If you're an apple, hide that. Your body isn't something you should apologize for. It's something you should learn to love and understand and use to your advantage. So here's the big four, what actually matters when dressing your body in 2025. Your bust, your shoulders, your torso, and your legs. These four things tell you everything you need to know about balance, proportion, and why certain pieces don't fit the way they look on others. Now, before we get into how to dress your torso, legs, bust, and shoulders, let's figure out what you're actually working with. And no, you do not need to bust out the measuring tape. All you'll need is your phone and a mirror, or even just a friend to take a picture of you. Because let's be real, the best way to understand your proportions is to actually look at them. Now, I want you to stand in front of the mirror and take a full-length picture, or have a friend take the picture. Wear something tight-fitting like leggings and a crop top or a sports bra. Make sure you're standing straight, arms relaxed by your side, and your full body is in the frame from head to toe. Now I want you to look at the photo. Where does your waist sit? Is your waist super close to your bust? If so, you probably have a short torso. If your waist looks like it's sitting low with more space between your bust and your thighs, then you probably have a long torso. Now I want you to go ahead and divide your body in the photo between the top and the bottom halves. If your legs make up more than half of your height visually, you've definitely got long legs. If your torso takes up more space, you've got shorter legs. Now this one is much more obvious to spot in pictures. Is your chest the first thing you notice? Then you definitely got a busty chest, baby. If your chest sits lower and flatter, then you have a smaller bust. Now I want you to take a look at your shoulder line. If your shoulders are wider than your hips, then you definitely have a broad shoulder. Your shoulders and your hips line up more evenly, then you're more on the balanced side. If they slope inward or look smaller than your hips, then you're definitely a narrow shoulder baby. Now go ahead, pause this video, take your pictures, and come right back. And before you come right back, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, because if you've reached this far, then obviously you love what we're discussing and you're gonna love even more of my content. Are you ready? Are you back? You have your picture? Did you measure out your torso length and your leg length? All right, bet. So we're gonna start with torso, because this one, it will make or break your entire outfit and have you thinking your body is the problem when really the clothes just weren't built for you. So ask yourself, honestly, after looking at your picture, do you have a short torso or a long one? If your torso is short, that means your waist sits high, like right up under your bust. So every crop top that you wear fits like a full-length shirt. Or when you put on high-waist jeans, you have zero torso left. Yeah, that's you, short torso queen. Some celebrities with short torsos would be Ava Longoria or Halle Bailey. These women always look best when the line of the body is extended and not chopped up. So what do you wear as a short torso queen? Well, mid-rise and low-rise jeans are definitely your best friends. So finally you have a reason to bring them back. And crop jackets, not the ones that end at your hip and cut your body off, just ones that hit closer up to your bust. Fitted miniskirts that sit low on the waist, rompers or jumpsuits with vertical seams, open necklines like V-necks or scoop necks. So what are some things that you should avoid as a short torso queen? High-rise jeans that double as bras, peplum tops because the waist hits wrong every single time, short crop tops that look like you were cut in half, and wide belts at the natural waist. Your torso needs room to breathe. You're not short, you're just compressed. So just like you're giving space, just like you want to take up space. Let's go ahead and talk about my long torso babies. Now, if you've got a long torso, you've probably noticed your waist sits low. Your legs might look shorter by comparison, and your body gives a center-heavy energy in certain fits. Some celebrities with long torsos would be Tiara, Normani, and Blake Lively. So what do you wear as a long torso baby? High-waist jeans, pants, and skirts. Anything to lift your waistline. Bodysuits that fill out your midsection without riding up. Belted dresses or wrap style dresses would look beautiful on you. Crop sweaters and shorter jackets. Midi skirts with a tucked in top and tall boots and platforms. They are your best friend. What are some things you should avoid? Low rise pants that drag your waistline down even further. Long line cardigans or tunics with no shape, they only drown you. If you've ever looked in the mirror and said, why do I look like 80% stomach? Congrats, babe, you've got a long torso, and we're fixing it with styling, not surgery. Knowing your torso length will literally save you hours of dressing room frustration. So now that you've got that clarity, let's get into leg length, because baby, that's another outfit killer. If you're not paying attention, you will fuck up. If you're ever looking in the mirror and wondering why you hate every skirt that you put on or why certain pants never hit right, this is probably it. Leg length is one of those sneaky details that determines how well put together you look. And when it's off, you'll swear the whole outfit is ugly, when really, the ratio is just off. So, with your picture in mind, let's figure out what kind of legs you're working with. Are they shorter or are they longer in proportion to your body? If your legs are on the shorter side, your torso probably takes up more visual space, and pants always need tailoring or a prayer. Celebs with shorter legs would be Ariana Grande and Keke Palmer. These girls always give us style inspo because they know how to build illusion, not hide it. So what works for you? A girl with shorter legs? High-waist jeans. Yes, now's the time to bring it back. Monochromatic sets. Keep everything flowing. Vertical patterns, especially in trousers. They make your legs look longer. Crop jackets that don't compete with your hip line. For shoes, let's think heels, pointed toes, or anything that doesn't disrupt the leg line. What should you avoid as a short leg queen? Midi skirts that end mid-calf. Why do you hate yourself? Chunky ankle straps that break the leg and shrink your frame. Long line coats with no structure. And pants that bunch at the ankle. They are not your friend. You don't need taller, longer legs. You need smarter styling. We're giving illusion, not delusion. So if your legs are long, congrats. You're probably the reason brands make 34-inch seams. But even you have to balance it out or you look like a spider in skinny jeans. Some celebs with longer legs would be Kendall Jenner and Tina Shea. The key here, break up the vertical space so it doesn't overwhelm the rest of your look. So how are we gonna do that? Some things that would work for you are low or mid-rise pants. They bring your waistline down a little bit, midi skirts with flare or a lot of detail, oversized tops or hoodies with bike shorts. What are some things you should avoid? Micro minis with no shape. You look like you borrowed a tank top for a skirt. Ultra crop tops that exaggerate your frame. All black outfits with no layering. It turns you into one long shadow. And like we said, we're avoiding the spider look. Long legs is definitely a flex, but styling is the difference between looking like a supermodel and like someone on stilts. Key is balance, always. So now that we know if your legs or your torso are helping or hurting your outfits, we're going to go even higher. Let's go ahead and talk about the girls. The bust! Because listen, the girls are always girling and they're not something that you can leave at home. Your chest is changing the way everything fits, whether you realize it or not. Because whether or not you're part of the itty bitty committee or the bounce back gang, your bust size absolutely does impact the way clothes hit. It changes where fabric sits, it changes what pulls, it changes what looks intentional and what looks tight for no reason. And half the time, it's not that the shirt is ugly, it's just not meant for what your bust is giving. If you're busty, like myself, I already know you've had a top that fit your arms, fit your waist, but would not clear your boobs without screaming for help. Some celebs with fuller busts would be Nicki Minaj and Sofia Vergara. These are some women that understand that if their bust isn't supported or styled correctly, they can go from looking curvy to compressed real quickly. So what works for us as the bounce back gang? Some tops that you should wear would be wrap tops and dresses that snatch the waist but release the bust. Deep V-necks or plunge necklines. They open up the chest a bit. Structured bodysuits under layers. Wide straps or off the shoulder tops that still provide a proper lift. Raunching and angled seams that shape but don't suffocate. Shoes, if you want to draw more attention downwards, away from the breasts, then we're thinking statement boots, bright heels, and chunky platforms. Some things to avoid would be button-ups with no stretch. They're gonna betray you in the long run. High neck tops that flatten or tent you out because you were given your breasts, why hide them? Baby doll cuts, they erase your waist and make your chest look much heavier. Paper bag waist or exaggerated puffs because why so much bulk up top? If the top is turning your chest into a shelf or a solid wall, throw it out. Your bust needs room and support, not punishment. Just because you don't have cleavage popping out doesn't mean you're exempt from bad proportions. Celebs with smaller busts would be Bella Hadid, Jenna Ortega, or Zoe Kravitz. These women show you that small busts can be elite when you dress them right, but sad when you try to overcompensate. Things that would work for a woman with smaller busts would be halter tops, strapless fits, and triangle bralettes. Think bold shoulders, dramatic sleeves, layers. Bring shape where you want it. Sweetheart necklines and asymmetrical straps are tops that don't need bras. Use them to your advantage. Textured or embellished tops. Sheer, feathered, sequined. They bring out more to the top that you don't already have. Some things to avoid for my smaller bust queens would be super stiff tops that gap or fold at the chest. Deep plunges with no structure. You'll just look collapsed. Tops that try to fake curves with heavy padding or illusion seams. Trust me, they never hit right. Halter tops with thick cups, just let your natural shape cook. Don't add anything to it. Smaller busts give a range. You can wear things that most people couldn't. Don't waste that energy trying to look bustier. Use it to go braless with power. Cause I can't. Please, have more fun for me. So whether you're serving soft girl chest or big titty energy, just know the top needs to respect your bust. If it's pulling, flattening, or flopping, it's not for your body. It's the fit. Now let's move on to the real anchor of your outfit, your shoulders, because that frame is silently dictating everything. Shoulders are the unsung hero or the silent saboteur of your outfit. All depends on you. Because whether you're broad and bold or soft and narrow, your shoulder width is literally the starting line for every outfit. So if you begin to ignore your shoulders, nothing is going to sit right. Not even if you understand your bust, torso, and legs. If you're a girl with broad shoulders, your upper body makes a statement before you even speak. And while that's a serve, it also means you don't need any more help to get up top. Some celebrities with broad shoulders would be Tiara, Serena Williams, Tiana Taylor, and Pink. They always look the best when they respect the width, not try to add more to it. So what are some things that would work for you as a broad shoulder queen? Halter necks, asymmetrical straps, or deep V-neck tops. Sleeveless fits with a narrow cut shoulder. Minimalist jackets that don't bulk up the upper half. Let's try to incorporate more side cut dresses to balance out your frame. Soft silhouettes, less structure. Some things to avoid would be boat necks or off the shoulder styles that widen you up more. Structured puff sleeves, you are not a linebacker, sis. Straight across strapless tops or even heavily layered upper looks that stack width on width. Those are not your friends. Your shoulder already gives main character energy. You don't need to dress like you're about to go on an NFL field or the Roman arena. Now, if you got narrow shoulders, your upper body has a soft drop, and that means you can do the most with volume, layering, and drama. Let's think off the shoulder tops, square necklines, and sweetheart cuts, puff shoulders, shoulder pads, and structured blazers. Even peplum jackets that build out the top would work for you. Blouses with embroidery, ruffles, or contrast details. What are some things that you should avoid? Halter tops that pull everything inward, spaghetti straps with no structure, tight long sleeve shirts that cling instead of balance, and super plain tops that leave the frame too bare. Let's avoid them. Delicate shoulders are a vibe, but don't let them get lost in the outfit. Give them shape or the outfit will fall flat. Remember, your shoulders are the coat hanger for every outfit. If the hanger is wide, don't overload it. If the hanger is narrow, build it up. You don't need to fix anything. So let's run it back real quick. We're not pears, we're not apples, we're not triangles, hourglasses, or a soup bowl from Panera. We are snacks and we are dressing accordingly. From your torso to your legs to your bust to your shoulders. The key to dressing better isn't hiding anything. It's understanding what you got and making it work for you. Your proportions aren't a problem. They're your personal styling blueprint. And once you understand them, everything changes. The shopping, the confidence, the mirror, all of it just makes sense. So I want you to do me a favor now. Drop your favorite snack type in the comments. Whether you're a mini torso baddie, a leggy legend, a busty babe, or a balanced queen. I want to know how you see yourself now. Not as a fruit, but who you are with your proportions. And because we just hit 200 subscribers, I want to give something back to you. I'll be picking one random comment from a subscriber to win a $50 Fashion Nova gift card on me. Because confidence and a cute cart should go together. And remember, babies, love yourself because if you don't, who the fuck else will? Bye.